I've found as I've gotten older that I am that cliche.
What?
I love birds.
What is it? What's the cliche though?
Apparently there's lots of memes that once you get to 50, you're just obsessed with birds, and I'm one of them.
Oh,
Crazy bird lady.
I am.
sitting in a park.
Mate, when I have my coffee at the beach and in the mornings, and sometimes I cry because they sometimes just will land in a, like right there on a little pole next to my car.
What, seagulls?
All kinds. I've had some of those little fairy wrens, magpies, pigeons. This is why I was thinking about this, because I spend a lot of time with the pigeons.
Yeah.
I was just thinking pigeons get a bad rap. Like you think of a fairy wren, it's the cutest little, tiniest, gorgeous bird, or you think about...
Is that a blue-tail ribbon?
Cool.
Robin? Blue-tail robin?
Yeah.
Do you see them? With the little blue tails down at the...
Yeah, that is the fairy wren.
Oh, is it the fairy wren?
Yes. But then you see a pigeon, you're just a bit like, yeah. They're a bit like, if you had all the flavours of ice cream, they'd be vanilla. I don't think so, but I'm just saying I think people think that. And they're very smart.
Pigeons?
Yes.
Well, they used to send messages to people.
Yeah, what did they say? What did
They
they
just
say?
say, Gary just told me he's still waiting for you to drop that. No, they just put little notes on their feet. And,
Don't you use pigeons?
yeah.
Instead of having a phone.
A landline.
Yeah.
Well, I can't text properly, so I just send a pigeon.
Did you ever get what was your penalty from your parents? Like, did you get a wooden spoon or the strap?
Yes, we got the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Mum loved a wooden spoon. Sorry,
my mum
Mum.
loved a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Is it always mums with the wooden spoon?
Dad never hit me with a wooden spoon.
My dad never did either.
I don't think my dad ever hit me, actually, but my mum loved a wooden spoon.
She was,
and she would get it and she'd just tap her thigh.
Oh, coming
So
in.
she'd be like, clean your room or whatever, and we'd be like, we don't want, and she'd just go.
Oh.
And we'd be like,
yeah.
and we'd have to do it. And she'd sit in the room with us while we're cleaning it,
Just
tapping
tapping
her
on
thigh
her leg.
and smiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
No, my mum would you'd just hear the drawer go, and then she'd just come in and give you a whack. Because Julian and I, my brother and I, would just be pains in the ass. Just she'd ask us to stop doing whatever we're doing about 100 times, and then just crack it and hit us. I remember she hit me once, and it broke on my knee.
That happened to Joe.
On my knee. But we always got.
Did that make her angrier?
No, we both started cracking up. Laughing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
because it made Mum angry, and Mum and Joe started laughing too. But then Mum started chasing Joe, and she just ran off. But the exact same thing.
Yeah, wooden spoon, and we always got threatened. Dad would come home with a strap. I remember Julian shaved his head, and he was petrified of Dad coming home because Mum said, "Oh, he's going to get the strap." Never
How
did.
old was he?
Never saw the strap. Never. But we thought.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was young, and he shaved his head, and he shouldn't have. And it's when shaved head was bad.
I remember in primary school they were still giving kids a strap and whacking kids.
Really?
Like the principal, you'd have to go to the principal's office and they'd hit kids with a ruler on the hand. Yeah. Did you? Yeah. You don't remember that?
No, I don't think that we had that at our school. As soon as you said that, do you know what I thought of?
What?
That it's got nothing to do with anything, but that the smell of the printer. Remember the printer?
Oh, I loved that.
Blue,
the pink, purpley ink.
Yes.
That smelled so
good. Oh my God, that's so good.
And you used to beg that you could go and do it because so you could whiff it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, you could put that in a bottle,
smell.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Gen X, aftershave.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that, and
what about you'd hear stories of like when we were young. Okay, your own parents would hit you. Not all of them, but a lot of them would whack you with a wooden spoon. But the parent 3 doors down, if you did something wrong, they might be chasing you with a wooden spoon as well. Like you could get away with hitting other people's kids.
Yeah, it was such a good time. Yeah, it was great. Just whacking everyone else's kids.
Yeah. It never happened to me, but I know you hear stories all the time of stay away from number 34 because
you'll get a smack. Yeah. You get whacked.
If you're too loud or something, or you're playing out on the street, there'd just be some. there was always some loose units
Oh, yeah.
come out on the street and tell all the kids off.
It's so funny when you're young and you're at other people's houses and,
Yeah.
you know, the dad's walking around with
Yes.
a beer in his hand at 10 in the morning and you don't really think about it until you're older and you go,
Yes.
I think he was a full-blown alcoholic.
Yeah.
You know, but your parents just let you go around there and like, I don't know, it just was never so loose.
It was so loose.
Yeah. I remember just talking about school. I remember again, because, you know, I was a bit naughty in high school.
No.
And because I had dyslexia, I used to get out of stuff. Like I wouldn't, like, you know, when you sit in the classroom and you'd have to read a chapter from each page of the book, I'd make sure I get kicked out. You know, by the time it got to me, I'd be naughty and get
that's
kicked
clever.
out. And
To save yourself from being embarrassed.
yeah. And then I remember one time I used to do fake announcements. I sit at the back of the class and do fake announcements over the PA system. And
How in the back of the classroom would you do over the PA system?
because I'd put my hands on the table
Yeah.
and I'd talk like this and I go, excuse me, all teachers, students. Excuse me, all teachers, students. Would Miss Glass report to the office, please? Miss Glass? And then the teacher would go, right, everyone. Everyone just keep doing what you're doing. And then they'd walk off.
That
And
is
then
awesome.
they'd come back and
How
just be,
old were you?
oh, I was in year 8.
That is awesome.
And they'd be fuming. Like they'd come back and go, right, no one's leaving here. And then they know it was me. So everyone would get to leave except for me. And I'd just deny it the whole time. But
We had this kid once. He stayed down when I was in year 8, and he was just one of those naughty kids.
yeah.
And he set a desk on fire. He just fully lit it up, and it was just flaming. The teacher just started bawling and just ran out.
Oh, horrible.
The desk's on fire. We're all just sitting there.
Horrible.
Are we allowed to leave? Yeah.
I know, we're so mean. We were so nasty to those teachers. And
I know.
they weren't even that old. They were like, they would have been.
No,
in
she
there.
wasn't. I remember parent-teacher interviews back in the day. It was a little bit, I don't know about, tell me if you were different, but I felt like it was a little bit like the parents and the kids, like versus the teachers, as opposed to now where they try to, you know, they almost shame your kids in front of you now. Tell your mum what you did. Tell your mum, tell us what you're going to do, that my kids' teachers would say, and I'd be like, you're just trying to shame them in front of me and it's not working. But I remember once Mum would always come to them, and this one year Dad came with me, and I think it was year 11, and I always didn't get along. I'm not saying the name either, but I always didn't get along with this one teacher, very new to teaching, and he and I just didn't see eye to eye. Anyway, at the parent-teacher interviews, the teacher was trying to tell Dad what I was doing that was so disruptive and rude and da-da-da. And Dad was just like catching him out on everything and giving it back to him. Dad was like a detective, I can't even think of examples, but the teacher would say something and Dad would go, so what you're saying to me, very calmly, but what you're saying is blah, 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 blah. And the teacher, and he caught this teacher out so many times in not lying, but just he's like, so what you're saying is you're trying to use that to make my daughter feel stupid, or you're trying he would just call him out. And so I walked out of there thinking, I feel vindicated. The next month, that was on the next week, Monday, I was at school and I was called into the principal's office, and me and about 3 other kids whose parents also had a go at him were not allowed to go to that class for the whole term because that teacher had complained.
Oh, really?
Turd. PMX Bandits. What about if let me throw out some 80s parenting expressions to you and tell me if your parents said them or what you think of them. So I'll give you something to cry about. Did you ever hear that one from your parents?
No, I got, maybe, yeah. I used to always get, why can't I have this or why can't I have that? And Dad would always say, because you're adopted. That was his go-to.
Can I tell you a story about that? When we were young, I reckon I was probably about 7. So that makes Joe 4 and Mouse no, we must have been a bit older. I must have been about 10, but they were younger than me. Dad had pulled that card with us. Right, that's it. We've had enough of you. This was on a Sunday night. We've had enough of you. You are going to the home tomorrow.
Going to the home.
Get ready to pack your bags. That's all they said. Go to your room, go to bed. We went to bed and the three of us were convinced that we were going to the home the next day. We were crying and I
remember people saying, your parents were saying,
they came into my bed and I promised them I would keep us together. We were bawling. I was like, it's all right. I will look after you. We will stay together. I will not let them separate us. And then the next day, they never came in to tell us that wasn't happening. And then the next day,
it's forgotten.
We got up for Monday for school and the three of us are like walking around, just waiting. And they're just acting normally. And we just kept looking at each other like, what?
They've totally forgotten.
They forgot.
Yeah.
They were just throwing it out there like, you're being little turds, go to bed.
Yeah.
But we took it so literally. We were bawling. The three of us remember that very clearly.
I remember, I remember my brother, with mum, she was cooking and he went to grab the last bit of milk out of the fridge. He goes, don't use that. I need that for the cooking. And then he started putting it towards his mouth like this and he's going like this and then looking at mum. She's going, don't drink it. And then she reached around and grabbed an egg. She goes, if you drink that, I'm going to break this egg on your head. And then so he took a sip and just went smacked the egg on his face and you just see yolk coming down his face.
Did he laugh?
No, he was crying.
Oh.
It's just like, parents are just like,
They're just,
tough love.
I remember Mum saying to me after my first was born, or when he was a bit older, a couple of, like a toddler, and I'd be like, well, what would you do in this scenario, Mum? Like what? And she's like, Mandie, we didn't think about it.
Yeah.
It's really, she's like, it's fascinating to watch you because you are thinking about every step and what you should do and what the plan is. And she said, we just did it. We never thought about anything we were doing. We were just living it. And I think that's apparent by those. I'm not even saying it's bad. I think it's kind of funny. It's not causing me any trauma. I just think it was very different.
Were your parents smokers?
My dad was. And he'd smoke in the car.
Yeah, same.
With us in there.
Yeah.
With the
and
windows
we complain. You complain because it stinks. But
I actually love it. It made me love the smell in the leather of the seats.
Oh, yeah.
And he would smoke
in the
at
Chrysler,
home.
In the
Did just your dad smoke? Or?
Yeah, he smoked heaps. Yeah. Yep.
And you smoked and I smoked and I wonder,
they
say the odds are that.
I was a social smoker. I don't think I wouldn't be smoking a pack a day sort of thing. I was more when I go out for a drink and,
right.
But I was, you guys were all.
I was a smoker.
Smoking's come back.
Big time.
Smoking, I think we've spoken about this already, but it's in everything now, in movies and you go out and there's heaps of people smoking.
Yeah, because it got shamed out of people for a bit.
Well, so it should.
Oh.
Well.
Do tell,
smoking,
Dad.
It's horrible.
It is horrible.
There's nothing good about it.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another one. Wait till your father gets home.
Yes. Remember that one?
I got that one too. And I'm not going to lie, I have done that one.
Yep.
It was a last resort, but I have actually even said that.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit ashamed of that one.
Yeah,
I heard that a lot.
I didn't, did you smack your kids?
No.
Yeah.
Did you?
Only one of them.
Who's the lucky one? No, don't say.
Yeah.
Why? Can I ask you why only one of them? Was it because that child was particularly challenging to you?
So challenging.
Yeah.
Nah, she was very challenging. Stubborn, very stubborn. Like, give her a smack and then she'd be like, that didn't hurt.
Oh,
and you were like, oh my God, I don't know. Like that, and that's the last resort. Like that's I'm at my, I don't know what else to do.
I know.
And then you smack them and then they go, that didn't hurt. I go, fucking, do you want one that hurts?
One time I remember my youngest, it wasn't smacking, but he'd done, it's that scenario. I just pushed me. He was very good. We talk about those two having very similar personalities.
Yes, yep.
And so I think he was about maybe 2.5, maybe 3. And we just had a day of it. And I'm like, right. All I could think was, I'm going to take all of your toys out of your room. I'm taking everything out of there. And he doesn't understand. He's just like looking at me like, what? So I took everything out of there, everything except his bed. And then I said, and now you can go in your room and think about it. And so I, closed the door over, walked away. It's just silence in there. And I'm wondering, is he reflecting? And then I went in there and he's just lying on the floor without a light switch, just going like that. He didn't give a shit. He's just playing with a light switch.
Still got my light switch.
Yeah.
So
like,
try to take that away.
He's just like, I'll make my own entertainment. Yeah. And I was just like, this kid is another level. There's nothing I can do here. It is very different. Like, it's obvious to say, but the smacking thing was just, I'm sure not every parent in the 80s did it, but it was very normal.
Yeah, it was, absolutely.
It was just a way you discipline your kids. Yeah. Whereas now it's not at all.
No, not at all.
And it's gone to a whole nother level now.
Where the kids smack the adults. The parents.
Do they?
No, I'm just joking.
I was wondering what you were meaning.
Yeah.
What do you mean next level?
Well, I just mean that they're really giving them a lot more
more understanding, I guess, more open to discuss things.
Discussing it and asking them what their feelings are about and what are you thinking there. And
everyone gets a ribbon.
Get on into that area. I do say to my youngest, this is the everyone gets a ribbon. Yeah, this is one of those moments. But no, that's not what I mean.
Okay.
I'm just talking about how it's just very different.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's better or worse. It's just a different way of doing it.
It's just a balance, isn't it, I guess?
All right. What about
what?
My youngest thinks I still say this to him because I said so.
Oh, yeah. That's a great one. Because it's just...
Did you use it yourself as a parent?
Yeah, probably.
And did you hear it from your parents?
Yeah, because I said so.
Yeah.
This just means I'm not going to explain myself. Just do it.
And do you think that is a fair statement?
Yeah, because if, as a kid, you're not taking in that your parents have had a full day of working, whatever they're doing, all the other things that come into it.
Yes.
And then you're asking for something petty, and they're just like, because I said so.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because I said so.
And somehow it works.
Because there's
wrong,
there's no.
I'm not saying it's the answer, but it somehow shuts it off.
There's no maybe. There's no, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Because then they give you that, and you're like, I'm getting it for sure.
Yeah. Let's talk about 80s birthday parties.
Ah, yes.
And I'm talking 80s ones, like when we were little kids, because I feel like there were lots of themes with birthday parties back then.
Pool parties, a lot of pool parties.
Yeah. But all the games were always the same as well. Like
pass the parcel.
Pass the parcel.
Spin the bottle.
No.
Oh, that was later.
That was later. What other ones were there? Pin the tail on the donkey.
Yeah.
What's that one where someone stands at the end and then they turn around and everyone has to freeze?
Oh, musical chairs.
No, but that
pass the parcel. We said that already.
Musical chairs was one.
Yeah.
And once I went to this one where they put lifesavers on a bit of string and everyone had to suck the lifesaver and the person who broke through the string first.
Oh, right.
Did you ever do that one?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I think you're lying.
No, I didn't
I
ever
don't think
did
you
that.
did that one.
I never sucked anything off at a party.
You were going to make it sexual. I knew it. You were going to go there. I almost was going to bring it up.
I remember, what about presents, getting presents? My auntie and uncle always gave good presents. You have family members.
Gave you shit presents.
Oh.
And I think you said this to me the other day that you had to
Oh my God, yeah, my mum and dad. So on the morning of my birthday, they said, it's a bit of a surprise. We're going to take you to get your present. And I was like, oh, okay. And we were heading down Hampton Street and there was Toy World in Hampton Street.
Yes.
So we're heading towards there and we've parked the car and walking towards Toy World. I'm getting excited, and then because I'm thinking, well, it must be a big present because they're making a big deal out of it. And then we stop short of Toy World and go into, I think it was like a Stan Cash or a furniture shop, right? And this guy comes towards my dad and says, "Oh, Mr. Thomas, I'll just go grab it for you." So something he'd already pre-organised. Anyway, he went out the back and then he comes back and it's got a brown corduroy beanbag.
That was your present?
That was my present. And then he put it down and they were like, "Well, sit in it."
In the shop?
Yeah, in the shop. They're going, "Sit in it." And, so I'm sitting in it. They're going, "Do you like it?" And I go, "Yeah." And I'm trying not to cry.
Oh, that's so
How old were you?
I would have been grade 5, grade 6. And anyway, I mean, it ended up being the best present ever because you're just in it every night, sitting in it watching
so comfy.
the A-Team and, I loved it. And my brother had one and you'd have pillow fights with it and stuff. And, but yeah, it was, but I was just so thought
you think you're getting a new bike or something?
Oh, yeah, something massive like that, and then I got a beanbag.
Oh.
Brown corduroy beanbag.
I remember, this is not the same, but you've reminded me of a story of when, I'm going to say, in case anyone they're listening to this in their car and they have little children, pause it. I remember when I found out Father Christmas isn't real because my cousin said to me a couple of days before, "I know what you're getting for Christmas." And I went, "What do you mean?" Because I was holding on for dear life. I was probably 15. No, I'm joking. But I really wanted to believe for a really long time. So I was probably I was probably 11. But anyway, and I was like, "No." I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "I know what you're getting." And she said, "So you know what that means?" Letting me know that Father Christmas. And I was like, what do you, I was so confused. And she said, "Put it this way, on Christmas morning, look out in your backyard and you're going to see a trampoline and you're going to know that Father Christmas isn't real," or something like that. And I was like, okay. And then I was like devastated because I just didn't want it to be true. And so there was like 3 days, every night I go to bed thinking, no, it's not true. It's not true. It's fine. She doesn't know that. And of course, Christmas morning, opened the curtains and I peeked out because the three of us would always wake up so early, like 4 o'clock. And I looked out, there was a bloody trampoline and I burst into tears. I was just like, I know what that means. It's not real.
I remember waking up in the morning and, I woke up throughout the night and I could just hear, I think it was Dad must have been putting the presents beside my bed, but then I think he must have realised that the price was still on there or something. And I could just hear, I wake up just to flicking him trying to get the price off the box. and I was like, I'm thinking, and then I heard him go, "Oh, shit." And I was like, what? And I didn't even want to look because I was so scared it was Santa and that it was, and he'd sworn and I was like, and he was swearing and I was like.
Can we just think about it though as a concept? Like a strange man coming into your home. He didn't go into our room. Santa left it under our tree.
Oh, you guys were right then.
Yeah. He went in your room.
Yeah.
That's terrifying for children.
Yeah, I know when they drop it off presents. And you got the reindeers, you're giving them milk and cookies.
I guess.
Come on.
PMX Bandits.
Confessions of a Weirdo. Go. So,
Great.
would you like to start today?
Song.
Because you told me you've thought of a confession of a weirdo.
Oh yeah, something my wife and I used to do.
Yeah, tell.
Before streaming and all that, just watching free-to-air TV. If we watched a show and then after that show, Law and Order came on, you know how to go dum 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 dum. Right? If we'd both run for the remote because if we didn't get to turn it off before it started, we had to watch the whole show.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was our thing. And then
would you commit to it?
Yeah, you had to watch it. We had to watch it.
That's so funny.
Because it's that show, if you watch the first 30 seconds,
actually true.
You're just you could never ever watch it. But then you watch the first 30 seconds and you're like, I've got to watch the rest of this now.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Because the murder's right at the start.
Yeah. everything happens right at the start. And so it was that music.
Yeah.
Dum, 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 dum.
So would you be running around screaming?
Yeah, where's the remote?
Yeah.
Turn it off, turn it off.
Yeah.
And then if one of us couldn't turn it off in time,
Would
the
you
other
be
one
laughing?
would go, oh, now we have to watch it. Because we were getting ready to go to bed, and you're like, oh, now I've got to sit up and watch it.
Were you laughing? Or
Yeah,
were you
it's
cracking
funny.
the shits?
Yeah, no, funny. Yeah.
Oh,
So that was a weirdo. That's our weirdo,
Yeah.
a couple weirdo thing.
That's a really good one.
that is a good one. Well, I've got two.
Yeah.
The first one is, it's not that weird, but I just thought about it the other night, and I was like, so I looked down next to my bed and I noticed I've got 4 books on the go. So I'm always reading 4 books at once.
Like this.
Yeah. So what I do is I leave them on the
amazing.
page I'm up to, and I leave them open, and I put them down next to my bed, and so they're all on the floor, page open, at the page I'm up to, and then, but some of them can.
Well, hang on. Did you
Yeah.
finish a book yet? Or you go from one
Well, sometimes no. Sometimes one night I might go to that book, and then I might go to another book another night.
Yeah.
But if I get into one of those books, I will often stay with that book to the end, but then I'll go back to one of those books
Right.
weeks later and pick them up and start reading. Because I've got at the moment I've got a spiritual kind of one that I love, so I love just picking that. So that's open. I've got 2 novels 3 novels, but one of the novels is I've gotten really into Japanese, translated into English books about cats. There's lots of novels about cats.
So you're going from crazy bird lady to crazy cat lady.
No, I'm a
Pigeons
crazy
and
cat
cats
lady.
don't really.
Yeah.
And so it depends on my mood where I want to go. I will say if I bring a new one into the fold
Yep.
and I get taken by the story, I'll just stay with that one. But if I'm not loving all, I'll just keep picking one up each night and thinking, now I'll get into it.
Right.
Do you ever do that?
No, I'm dyslexic. I don't read.
Do you listen to books if you do it?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
No, I do read. But I wouldn't be reading like that. I
No.
wouldn't, once in a blue moon I'll get into a book. But
I just kind of realised that I'm doing it because I was kind of stepping over the books and they were kind of in the way. And I was like,
so they're in the way.
Yeah.
These books are in the way, and
I noticed that with washing basket as well. I can have that. This will annoy you. I can have that sometimes in the kitchen because my laundry's downstairs in my apartment. So I'll bring it into the kitchen thinking that day that I'm going to take it down and do a load of washing.
yeah,
And it's almost like 2 days later, I just kind of wake up and notice that it's in my way. I'm getting annoyed because I'm stepping over it. Because I've just forgotten.
Yeah, I do that.
Do you do that?
Yeah, you have stuff that lies around and you just go, why don't I just
This is on
move
the
that?
floor
Why do I
in the
keep
kitchen.
moving around it? Why don't I
Yes,
just
I keep stepping over
put it
and I'm
away?
getting annoyed at it. And then I was like,
Yeah,
just do the washing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do that around the
Oh,
house and I
that's
think, it's even.
Do you?
My room is very clean.
Mm,
I don't
My
have a
room is
house to
clean.
do it with.
really?
Yeah.
That surprises me. Someone who doesn't wash his hands. Yeah, no, I think, especially because we've got families coming out visiting at the moment, and then you move stuff out of the room and you think, why did I have that in there for that long anyway? It was just annoying.
Yeah.
Got to move around it all the time. Like we got a massive, it's so boring, but we've got a massive laundry basket in our in the wardrobe, and it's way too big. It takes up so much room, and it's made out of sticks, sort of, and they're broken off, and they're on there, and you always catch your clothes and shit on. I'm like, why don't we just fucking get rid of this thing? Like, why do we keep
And then
it?
it's so liberating when you do it.
Yeah, I know.
You got all that space and you can just have a
I know.
picnic in there.
Yeah.
You can just sit down, have a nap.
Have a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's those things where you just go, why didn't we just get rid of that earlier? I know.
Oh, Paul, I hear you.
Oh, dear.
Let's change the
Another
weather.
confession. I've got one more confession.
Oh, right,
You
okay.
know this one actually.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
You know this one.
Let's
Paul.
go.
I reckon you might know it as well. What?
No, I was going to say, do I know it?
I feel like you might. I have a phobia of buttons,
Oh, I knew that.
No, I don't know this.
and I've always had it.
Where's that from, do you reckon?
I don't know. Remember we went to that clairvoyant when we were 18?
Yeah.
She tried to tell me a story, and I'm not going to say it because it's quite violent, but she told me a past life story that she thinks it comes from, and that was a very violent story, and I won't tell you on here. This is a happy podcast, but
Right. You got bashed by buttons.
yeah, I got bashed by one.
By a button man.
It just started raining from the sky.
Buttons. They make you gyrate.
They
buttons.
really, they don't anymore. They did.
Yeah.
If I think too much about it, I'll start to dry reach because it feels like they're caught in my throat.
Really?
Yeah. That's the feeling of it.
Maybe in past life you choked on a button.
That's what she said.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But I looked it up. It's actually way more common than you think. And most people's thing, if you question them about it, is they think they're going to choke. So I don't know what it is. But I don't like the look of them. I've trained myself to do denim. I've actually trained myself to not be so ridiculous because it's such a silly phobia. So don't get me wrong, you're not going to see me in, this is the worst for me, a cardigan.
God forbid a cardigan.
Those ones, that's just the
I love a
ultimate.
cardi. I love a good cardi in winter with the big, chunky, fat
Like
buttons.
Paul, you know how I've even got
What
a
about
flannel.
big buttons,
But
though?
I've,
Like big buttons you couldn't choke on.
what are you talking about?
Well,
You can't choke
you
on
can't
them.
choke on them.
That is offensive
Why?
because the look of them is gross.
Yeah, you
What's the
can't.
look too?
It's just a
The
look.
as well. It's
It's
everything.
the look.
It's the look.
It's the taste.
It's everything. It's the taste. They're just gross.
You know
But
what?
I can do denim. I can do denim.
You've just reminded me of something
Go
else
on.
that I can't do.
What?
Can't do.
What?
Paddle pop sticks.
Oh,
I can't have them
is?
touch my.
That's
Ugh,
yeah, I've heard of that
I
one.
can't do it.
yeah.
And paper straws. They're the worst in
They
everything
go
now.
soggy.
Oh, it's just the
Horrible.
texture of them when I can't use them.
Mm.
I mean, it's all good for the environment stuff, but
I don't think anyone can use them.
really, do you?
As in, like, how do they?
No, but I'm
fall
saying like I
apart
don't like the
within-
texture in my mouth. Like I
Yeah.
know they fall apart and stuff, but I'm saying I
Yeah.
just don't like that texture of the straws.
You like some plastic?
I like a good
Bit of plastic.
or steel,
A stiff
a
plastic.
stiff plastic in my mouth.
PMX Bandits.
What about
Yeah.
the craze of breakdancing?
Oh,
Came in the 80s.
breakdancing was huge.
Huge.
Electric Boogaloo.
We're gonna rock on to. Oh.
No, that's different. So can I tell you a funny story? I had a mate that lived across the road, who he sleptwalked from upstairs, came downstairs, walked through his front door, out his front gate, crossed the road, came over and knocked on our door. This is like 3 a.m. So Mum opened the door and, realised he was sleepwalking and put him in front of the heater, and then Dad had to go over and tell the parents he was there. But they said the reason why he sleptwalked was because that night he was watching Electric Boogaloo and he was so excited and
So he
dancing.
moonwalked across the road.
No, that he was
got to your house and
his,
did a
his
backspin.
brain was still active and going, and his body, he was sleeping, but then it made him get up and do sleepwalking.
Is this where you tell us he went on to become like the champion breakdancer?
No. No, it's not.
Do you
Anyway,
remember the
that's
kids,
what, yeah.
Do you remember the kids would put a bit of cardboard down?
Yeah, my brother had a
do a
breakdancer come to
I
the
reckon I could
party.
do a backspin right now.
He had a breakdancer come to his birthday party. And we all stood around doing
Because
that.
you did this with your hands.
Yeah.
I can't do it because I've got the microphone. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
stopping us.
Yeah. Dum. Yeah, what was that? I've got the Electric Boogaloo, breakdance soundtrack, and it had inside it had a poster, and it had each move to doing like breakdancing
Hey,
moves.
you're popping
Each
and
one.
locking.
See, I was popping and locking. Popping and locking.
Is that even what it's
I don't know. Is that what they used to say? Popping and
Did
locking.
you get into it?
Uh,
I feel like you would have been.
yeah,
really
I
into
think,
it.
yeah, we had tracksuits and stuff, and Is you get the cardboard out and do the worm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
spin on the back,
worm.
spin on your back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Head spins was huge. Like if you could do a head spin.
You were the person.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
A couple of people, there was stories about people
Yes.
breaking their neck and
know.
stuff. And then people start wearing helmets when they did.
Oh, because you could go faster.
Yeah, you could spin really fast in a stack hat.
Yeah. But it feels like it came in and it was a craze, but then it kind of
like
went
yo-yos,
out.
mate.
Yo-yos.
Like yo-yos.
Did you have one of those?
I've still got my yo-yos. Mellow
Did you have
yellow.
I was going to say, because I had a
Fanta.
Sprite one.
Coca-Cola.
Joe had Coca-Cola.
I used to be able to do
I think Matt's had Fanta.
around the world. I was really good at yo-yo.
Were you?
Yeah, really good. I used to be able to do dog bite. Do you remember that one?
No. I remember walk the dog.
Walk the dog, but then you could get it to bite someone.
What, you just whack them with it?
You just fucking throw it at them. Go, watch out for the dog. No, you get it to grip on the bottom of your pants, and you go, and you could like get it.
Really? Could you still do that?
I don't know.
I think we're going to get Paul to do that.
And the triangle. I used to be able to do the triangle. Yeah. We had a full crew come to our school. They used to be at assembly, and they'd do a whole yo-yo. There'd be music playing, and they'd be doing all their yo-yo, yo-yo acrobats or something. I don't know. And they'd all be in matching tracksuits.
That's cool.
Very cool.
What a fun job.
But that was a thing that came in and out all the time. Yo-yos,
marbles
was huge. That was huge. And did they always end up banning marbles at school because people would get they'd be trading the good marbles and parents would crack it because the galaxies and Cat Eye and Milky Way and
I was really big into the monkey bars. I was one of those girls. Where you do the girls are just all day lunchtime.
Oh, just swinging on the monkey bars.
That was me. And I could do the round the world. I could do the genie where you flip off the back.
Yep.
I was just obsessed with that.
Yeah, girls love the monkey bars,
I loved the monkey bars. And I remember when my boys were little, taking them to the park thinking that I could just jump on there, and your weight is so much. I remember clearly just the one going,
doing it now.
Yeah, when the kids were little, jumping up there thinking I'd be able to just fly across. I couldn't even do it.
Mandie, not long ago, when we were younger in high school, we used to hang out at the park next door, and there's this big, beautiful tree that had this like a wide base at the bottom, and we'd all just after school hang out there with all our friends, and you could all just sit in this base. It was amazing, and you just everyone would be smoking and stuff like that, and you could climb right up the top of the tree. A couple of years ago, I said to Nikki, let's just stop at the park. I just want to have a look at that tree because I want to remember if it was as cool as I thought it was. Anyway, so I get in the climb up the tree, and he goes, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, you can climb at the top and you can see like the city." And anyway, so I'm climbing up the top, and then all of a sudden I'm up there and I'm fine, and then I go to get down and I look down and the ground was moving and the whole tree was moving, and I'm like, I said to Nikki, I don't reckon I can get down.
Did you call the fire brigade?
No, she was pissing herself laughing, and I go, Nikki, I'm serious. You need to help me. You need to guide my foot and tell me where my foot is. And she's trying to guide me, and laughing at the same time. I couldn't. Everything was moving, and this is a while ago, but it's the first time when I thought, oh my God, I'm getting old.
Yeah,
like. I really felt old.
I know.
I couldn't get down because I was so dizzy. Because
I was a flipper, I used to always be able to do a handstand and go over into a back bend. But then I remember that kind of thing too. Some of my eldest friends in primary school, they were probably all about 7 so I was probably about 35 or something. And they're like, can you? I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Because they were all the girls were doing them. And I did one, and same thing. I went, what? Oh, shit. And I just played cool and was like, yeah. They're like, oh, that's amazing. I'm like, yeah. And I was
in pain?
I fucking hurt my back. I was fine. But so I clearly remember going, shit, that's the last time I'll be doing that.
It's like when you get your mates to do the worm still now. Like, if we've got one mate who everyone starts chanting, worm, 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 do the worm. And I think the last gig we were at, we were at some party, and we used to all say, do the worm, and he'd do it. But I think now at our age, at the last one, we were like, there was half the people going, worm, and the other people going, oh, mate, no,
Yeah,
you shouldn't do it.
yeah.
Really, don't do it. It's, not going to end up well. And he didn't end up doing it.
Oh,
I just
really?
sort of, we got to that stage where
yeah,
it's
we're
like,
at that stage,
you know,
big time.
You're going to kill yourself, mate.
Yeah.
If you do that. Very funny. Yeah.
PMX Bandits.
So we touched on last time, we touched on, one of the ones before, we talked about a little bit about 80s music and what, we're talking about the big ones were like Michael Jackson, Madonna, Prince.
Yep.
But we were talking before about how in the 80s film clips, like there were film clips in the 60s and 70s, but it was really just filming the band singing or whatever. I remember in the late 70s, AC/DC did Long Way to the Top, and that was like a film clip where they're on the back of that truck in Melbourne, remember?
Yep.
But remember in the 80s, like film clips became a big deal. Like they created stories.
Yeah.
Like you think of Thriller. Remember Thriller went
it was
for
like
15 minutes?
Yeah, I remember when a mate of mine had that on VHS
Yeah, same.
and we all went to his house. He was the only kid who had it, and he got it early somehow, and we all went to his house after
Amazing.
school and watched it. Yeah.
I think my friend's 80s birthday party that's what we did that night.
Right.
We watched that video of the film clip.
And then Michael Jackson was just, everything was just, and then he would be, it'd be huge anticipation for what his next song would be, his next, what's it called?
Film clip.
Film clip, yeah.
But MTV came out in America, and then obviously that bleeds into.
Yeah.
We didn't have MTV, but we had
Richard
video.
Wilkins.
We had Richard
Wilkins was
video
MTV.
hits. And we had that guy Sounds. You don't remember him, but he was
Sounds.
on Channel 9,
Oh, right.
I think. Yeah, I'm sure he had black.
A lot of Channel 2
black
had
hair.
a lot of, those shows.
Yes, and you'd watch them every Saturday morning.
Every morning, you get up
hits,
early
yeah.
and they don't do it anymore, do they?
I don't know. Do
Video
they?
hits
Junior, do
and-
they do film clips? They do Rage still.
I don't reckon Junior's age, they're getting up and watching free-to-air TV anyway early in the morning.
No.
Yeah, I don't.
You wouldn't, would you?
Nah.
I think
it's like-
rage is still a thing though.
Yeah.
But
Probably
I don't think
nostalgic.
many people. Yeah,
This was like a thing. Like you'd get up
Yeah,
and you'd get your breakfast and you'd sit in front of the TV and watch film
because
clips.
film clips were good.
They were so good.
They were like a little mini
Let's
movie.
think of some good ones.
Like,
Obviously Stop It
Take
Right
On
Now.
Me, that was,
That was,
how good was that?
that's one of my favourite songs. That was the best film clip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They tried to release that song a few times and then it didn't really, but unbelievably didn't get much traction, and then they did that film
and
clip.
then they were like, aha.
Aha! The film
nice.
clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were, film clips were huge. Yeah.
The Sting and Mark Dire Straits one, Money for Nothing.
Oh, yeah,
that was
that
a
was-
big film
yeah.
clip.
Sting.
Yeah, I want my.
Was that him?
hit.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah.
I did know
He
that.
sang
yeah.
that bit. Well, I should say it is a Dire Straits song, and he just
Yeah.
did backups on it. But he's in the film clip. I'm sure of it.
Is he?
Yeah, but yeah, Cindy loved the Goonies one.
Oh, yeah. Huge.
Goonies are good enough.
Yep. Chevy Chase in Call Me Al.
Yes.
I mean, that was pretty simple, really, that one,
was.
but it was huge, though. I remember being huge. Oh, and
Huge though. What
what about
makes it?
Joe Cocker, Leave Your Hat On, and they used that 9.5 weeks. Remember?
And also Addicted to Love.
Oh,
the
yeah, that was
models in the
massive,
background.
yeah.
And obviously we talked about George Michael with
Yep,
the
Supermodels.
models. That was
Yeah, they
the
were
90s.
huge.
They were huge.
I say huge a lot.
Huge.
It was huge.
But that's not a thing for you guys.
No, it's not.
Do songs even have? I mean, they do, because I watch songs
Yeah, they
of
do.
newer artists and they have film clips.
They're big on YouTube.
yeah.
I think some of the most watched
Oh, yeah, well,
videos
YouTube,
on
yeah.
YouTube
Mm.
are music videos.
Yes.
But me personally, I don't watch them.
No.
I think it's more like rap stuff now.
Yeah.
I don't know. The one film clip I remember actually as a kid when they were still on TV. I remember Thriller, seeing that for the first time and it being
Mm.
scary. And also one that actually gave me nightmares was, I don't know the song, but I'm hoping that it's a memorable enough one that you guys know
Go
what
on.
it is.
Go on.
Okay,
We'll
here we
play a
go.
game. Guessing game. Go.
Yeah,
First to guess it.
Okay.
it's a very sexual song and he starts taking all his clothes off.
Robbie Williams.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Robbie Williams.
Rock DJ.
Rock DJ.
And then he starts taking his skin off.
Yes.
Yeah, that freaked
I
me
won.
out.
I won.
Oh,
That was very good.
you should have just pretended.
What?
To make it a bit of a game. Give me a chance.
She's acting like she would have got it. It's
I said
cute,
the name.
Mandie.
I said the name of the song.
What did you say?
Rock DJ.
After I said Robbie Williams.
But I'm saying
we got it
I did.
on-
No, but I'm just saying you said I wouldn't. Whatever.
Okay.
No, yeah, but
So
that,
lose-
Do a
up.
different one. Do a different one. Go again.
they're my only two.
Oh.
That's
But
it.
those two.
That was
Are the
that
only-
was later.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
Definitely later,
Yeah.
But there's still a good
But
film
that
clip.
was a good film clip.
Yeah.
PMX Bandits.
Let's just say let's say some thank yous, Paul.
Yeah, sure. Shout out to Geordie for doing the music.
Yes.
Jordan, aka Altogether
AKA legend.
legend. We asked him to put together some 80s music, synth sort of theme, and he delivered in spades. So so thanks, mate. Thanks for that.
Geordie.
Check his
And
stuff
also-
out. It's actually
Yes.
we've got it in the bio, I think.
Yes.
All
yes.
together. Check it out. Yeah.
Amazing. And also thanks to Karma Chai, the sponsor of our podcast, the host of our space, and
The Choo
Caitlin.
Studio.
Yeah, we love you. Thank you for the Choo Studio. And if anyone feels like drinking some tea,
Check
go
it
check
out.
it out, karmachai.com.au. I don't know. Don't tell me off. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.